Hello one and all, and welcome to YouTuber Review, a show where we go through some of the biggest names in YouTube and analyze them for their quality of content, the current status of their channels, and the personalities they put behind it, while at the same time giving them a minor helping of criticism, but only as long as you spell minor like this. On our last episode, the Mighty Wheel selection chose none other than the YouTube animator, Lightsen, aka this person. Well, I mean, kind of. She uses that character as her avatar, but she doesn't really voice it, so take that as you will. However, unlike a lot of the other animators that we've looked at so far, she doesn't take the route of going with life stories and animating them, instead opting to make small cartoons with original characters or other franchises. Cartoons involving Pokemon, very recently Undertale. And then we also have Sonic, which oh no. Yeah, you guys aren't aware of this, but I've recently been trying to force myself to play through this piece of work right here, so me and Sonic, we're not on the best terms at the moment. Who can say where the road goes? Yeah, even though I could probably make an entire video on Sonic alone, I'm getting off track. But she also has an original series all her own and is actually where her avatar comes from, called Lizard Cops. But we will get more in depth on these series a lot later because, well, they are basically what makes up her entire channel. And by that I mean long full-sized animations and some short animations. Most of the time completely filled to the brim with slapstick humor. But because I don't want to spoil too much and because this is the intro and just talking about any of this for much longer will include some pretty major spoilers, let's just get into the main review. The YouTube animator known as Lightsen, according to her About page, joined the wonderful website known as YouTube on July 13th, 2006. Which is pretty impressive. I mean, this is an old YouTube channel, especially since YouTube itself has only been around since February of 2005. And heck, something even more rare than that is a channel that still has a video that's up from 10 years ago. Now that's not something that you see every day, even if it is a Sonic video. I'm actually surprised that she's kept up this video for that long. I mean, most creators would probably scrap a video that old. But just from the thumbnail alone and the video clips that I've already shown you, we can already tell the art improvement. And I guess it also does help bring more content to her channel, because just looking at this here, this is everything on her channel can fit on one page. So it should be pretty clear that she puts a ton of work into the videos that she does upload, because, well, just looking at the times on a lot of them, they're months apart. Seriously, on average, it's 3 videos a year. And unfortunately, for having been doing this for 10 years, she's only gained 115,000 subscribers, which, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of Pokemons. But still, for the quality of her videos and the amount of views that each one of them gets, you'd think that there'd be quite a few more of them. But as far as diversity goes, as we've already covered, she only really covers 4 different types of fan bases. Undertale being the newest fandom she's made a video on, then of course her original series Lizard Cops, and then she has a good majority of her videos dedicated to Pokemon, and then of course the series that her channel was born off of, Sonic. Really the only other video to not match any of the other ones would be this one right here called the Thieving Magpies, which combines real-life shots and animated animals. It's kind of a strange mix. And really it wasn't her most successful video, and she hasn't gone back to attempting it ever since. Which is sad because it would have helped add a tiny bit more diversity, but I can also see why she did it because, you know, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't the most enjoyable video in the world. But still, this video was miles ahead of what you're about to see, which is her first video. That video, of course, being called a Knuckles the Echidna tribute. The fact that this intro was 22 seconds long, that should probably give you an idea of what we're dealing with here. Yeah, the entire video was basically a slideshow of all her pictures of Knuckles. That's the entire video. It's like we just went through a bad DeviantArt page. And heck, the rest of her first few videos were kind of like this, just pictures of Sonic characters moving around a bit and basically making a music video out of them. Not just once either, I mean this was the first 7 videos on her channel. All of them were Sonic themed. However, somewhere along the line a colossal shift happened in her content, because only in a span of a year we went from a video that looked like this to a video that looked like this. Seriously, these were only 1 year apart, and the only thing separating the two of them was Birdemic 3 over here. Yet both the art style and the animation improved drastically over that time. It's actually insane how well the first Lizard Cops turned out based on what their channel was uploading before. In fact, if I were to say anything negative about the first Lizard Cops video, well, the only criticism would be on the microphones.
Moving to the countryside was the worst idea they ever had. Don't worry, Chief.
Yeah, it wasn't good, and the only other thing I would be able to think of is just the humor didn't appeal to me, though it may appeal to other people. It was just a very, very dumb humor. And this has basically been the case for the entire series. And unfortunately, the second one was riddled with even more of these bad, stupid humor jokes than the first one even had. I mean, it's completely fine to throw in one here or there, but to just throw in the entire video, it needs a little bit of a break.
Wait, I kinda need to go wee. Wee!
Now, I'd be willing to bet that 90% of you just physically cringed at that, and the rest of the humor in the video isn't that far off from what you just watched. Seriously, I think that this has a very good potential to be an amazing series. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate it, and it's extremely clear how much time and effort was put into animating and putting together the video. I just wish the same amount of work was put into the script as was put into the actual animation. Seriously, on the next one, try and mix some smart jokes with the dumb jokes, okay? It would really help it out. Now on to the Pokemon videos, which are just as equally well done. However, they still seem to be much better videos than the Lizard Cops are. And I think that's mostly because in these videos, the story is mostly told just by the video itself. There's not much speaking going on, or at least not more than there needs to be. The story essentially tells itself and doesn't have much forced humor, and this practice works exceptionally well in the Twitch Plays Pokemon series that she does, especially since the whole series itself consists of mainly slapstick humor. It's a very fast-moving type of video, and just adding speaking slows it down. Seriously, if you know what Twitch Plays Pokemon is, and even if you don't, I highly recommend, if you haven't, to check out her Twitch Plays Pokemon series. It is insanely well done. I mean, seriously, just going back and rewatching these as I was recording, I burst out laughing several times. Here to prove it to you. Seriously, you're not hurting anyone but yourself by not watching these, so even though we're not done with the review yet, go watch those, you're gonna love them. Now on to the Sonic videos, that unless you're counting the very first videos, there's only one of these, and if I were to just judge it on this one video, it's pretty good. It doesn't give me Vietnam flashbacks to Sonic 06, it's good in my books. And last but not least, we have Undertale, and the one video about it that there is. And while this one does have the same pun-filled writing as Lizard Cops, it kind of works here, because while lines are used directly from the game itself, the fact that the entire narrative follows Papyrus and Sans, it kind of makes the awful puns seem right at home, because it does somewhat fit their characters. Seriously, it's very well done, and the way she sets it up at the end, it kind of leads to a sequel, so we'll be waiting for that one. But you've probably guessed, for large videos like these with a lot of speaking characters, she needs quite a few voice actors. And she does. Just in the Undertale video alone, she had Jaden Animations and Boyd as voice actors. But still, all the art and animation is by Lightsen, and it seems to be getting better and more fluid each and every video she comes out with. And here's just a sample to show the quality.
Sans, how about we entertain the monsters of Snowdin? We can start a band!
Actually, bro, I already have a band.
You do?
Yeah, look.
You know I was talking about music, Sans.
Well, I do have a trombone.
Never mind.
You have to admit, some of the better animation here on YouTube. It's extremely well done. Seriously, you can tell the amount of work that was put into this because the videos were animated frame by frame. Every single one of these is a new picture, and I've slowed it down here so that you can see that. And almost it just kind of looks like this. They happen insanely fast, and that's why these videos are so infrequent, because drawing these frame by frame, just a second of videos can take days to make. It's honestly insane. Hell, she's even said that her first Lizard Cop video took her almost a year to make. And that's because she was animating completely solo. And if you're wondering how I found that out, she says it in her Q&A video, so go ahead and check that out if you care to. It's really the only non-animation video on her entire channel. Seriously though, the level of dedication that goes into these kinds of videos, it's completely insane. I know I myself would likely have a mental breakdown halfway through the first few seconds. But now I feel it's time that we learned a little bit more about Lightsen here. First things first, her favorite Pokemon is Arbok. Her favorite game of all time is Spyro the Dragon, and she would also like to be a dragon. The name of the character on her avatar is actually Zinc. She started off by using MS Paint and Windows Movie Maker like GradeAUnderA. She lives in the magical land known as the UK. She seems to stream herself drawing almost every day, so if you want to check her out sometime, she'll probably be up. And also, she loves Sonic. But with that out of the way, I believe it is time that we give Lightsen her final score. So for those of you who are new to the series, we rate channels on here under 4 different categories. A 9 to 10 gets a subscribe, a 6 to 8 gets a check them out, a 4 to 5 gets a maybe watch one of their videos and make your own opinion, and then a 1 to 3 gets them an avoid at all costs. So with that being said, what score does Lightsen end up getting? Well, in all honesty, just weighing everything together, that was an extremely hard decision to make, and in the end, I am going to have to give her a very high 7, because while the animations themselves were top-notch work, the script and dialogue never really seemed to match up. And hell, even on her Q&A, her background music was too loud to hear her a lot of the time. But hell, if one thing is for sure, it's that when her animations do come out, it's a definite treat. Seriously, she may not have too much there at the moment, but she is a very quality over quantity kind of person, and I do absolutely love her work. I just have a few gripes with it that I would like her to be aware of, and hopefully she listens to a few of them, as I do believe it will greatly benefit her channel in the end. But for now, definitely go check out what she's got, because what there is very high quality. But with that being said, it's once again time to spin the mighty wheel of selection. Ooh, looks like we have the blue-haired gamer up next. Let's go with Trolls this. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this. If you liked it, please hit that like button. And if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. Definitely make sure you go check out Lightsen. I have one of their videos playing on screen right now. So all you have to do is click it. It'll send you right to their channel. You can watch all their videos if you like. You can maybe even subscribe if you like it. It's completely up to you. You don't have to do it. Just go click on them, go to their channel, check them out. Just please let them know that I sent you there. And speaking of checking people out, if you haven't checked out Lord Bung here, he's another animator. Might as well click on him. He's on screen. He's there. You might as well click the button if it's there. Everyone loves buttons. Gotta click them. Seriously, he is the mother of 5 beautiful Tyrannosaurus Rexes. He needs to feed them or else they will eat him. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, guys, I will see you on the next video tomorrow. I do hope you enjoyed. Again, make sure you go check out Lightsen, and I will see you tomorrow. Whiplash, signing out.